All right, so you have successfully downloaded my course from Commons. To access it, just click on the little book and you're going to go into sixth grade template for 2021 PUSD, and it's going to pop up like this. The first thing you're going to want to do is push edit and take my name off of it. And if you have a Google Voice number, put your number in there. And if you don't have a Google Voice number, go ahead and take that off and push save. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and click into Intro to Science and then click on View All Pages. At the very bottom, you should see Teacher Resources. This is going to be the resources for both of the units that I worked on, which was the intro and then the first 2 days of physics. So once you click into there, you have everything you need for the Intro to Science. You have the pacing guide, which was built in Canvas. The reason it's built in Canvas is so that the links to assignments within Canvas now actually link to your account in Canvas. Below that, you have the slideshow for the unit and the 2 student packets. These are really nice to have if you have a lot of special ed kids or 504s or ELLs. It's nice to have the 90% packet. If you don't really have anything like that, you can just choose to not use that one. And then here are the 2 videos kind of understanding how to use the course. This one here was done by Mr. Fawcett on how to actually download the course and kind of get it going. And this is the video you're watching now. So if I were to open the pacing guide, the slideshow, and the student packet, those are up here at the top of mine. I'm going to go ahead and click into the pacing guide. It looks like this. I know there's a lot of writing there, but it's really just, I tried to make it as word for word as I could to help you a little bit. You'll notice on the final draft, there is some highlighting. It's not popping up right now, but I'll make sure that I highlight, like this is highlighted on the final draft, helping you to understand where the areas are that you might want to fix. Obviously, you don't want to show my teacher slideshow. You'll want to show your own. So this is highlighted yellow. Possibly a Google Jamboard. This is highlighted yellow because you would have to go in and add Jamboard onto your Chrome. I really like this program because I'm able to ask the students questions and have them put sticky notes on to let me know where they are. And I've built one for the whole unit. So if you go make yourself a Jamboard and you email me, I'm happy to share my Jamboard with you, and then you can just copy one for each of your class periods. They'll go through a technology slideshow. The slideshow helps them to use and to bookmark My Plan, Canvas, Google Drive, and Synergy. And at the end, it asks them to email you a email of a picture of their bookmark so that you know that they were successful, and now you know they can email you. I was planning on giving them a little 5-point grade for that. And then also it'll have them create a Google Doc and submit it or turn it in, which I was also going to give them like a little 5-point grade for, just because it shows that they know the technology they need to know. So this is what that slideshow looks like. It's just screencasts going over My Plan and bookmarking it and what they can do there. And it starts from the very beginning, like even opening the browser. And then it moves forward into Google Drives, helping them set up the different folders for their different classes. And then it helps them with Synergy and what they would use there and how to access it and bookmark it. Moving into Canvas, how we use it, how to access it, what you do there. And then the next slide just kind of reminds them what the different platforms are actually used for so that they can reference it. I'm planning on sending this email ahead of time to parents and students, or even just maybe on day one, and just say, hey, save this somewhere because these platforms are what we're going to be using all year, and it would be great for them to understand how to use it. Additionally, here's the assignment where they screenshot the bookmarks that we made, and then they email it. That way I know that they know how to email me. But this is also a really important screen because it shows them how to make a new Google Doc or slideshow, and then also how to submit work. So this is a very important screen, again, for the whole school year, well, at least till January, when we're just hopefully not going to be doing distance learning anymore. But that submitting piece is huge. And the way that we have the students submit and the directions that are used here, what's great about it is it works from a computer or a laptop or an iPad. And as a teacher, when you go into your grade book, the assignments are already uploaded into SpeedGrader, and you don't have to click on the links for each kid to get it to upload. It's already uploaded. So then it has them open a Google Doc or slideshow, title it Science Skills, and use this link to turn it in. So this will be highlighted because this is a Google slide. There was no way for me to get the link to work for you guys. So you would have to go find this assignment in My Connect or sorry, Canvas, and then put the new link here. If you need help with that, please reach out to either a technology person in your district or your school, or shoot me an email. We can have a phone call and I can totally help you with that. All right, so we are back to here. We have finished the technology piece. And this is just that simple one that we've done every year. I think most schools do it, where we cut a piece of paper. Well, actually, we usually use index cards, but I know we can't really require them to have index cards. So I just had them fold a sheet of paper into 4 parts and then cut it, kind of making it similar to that of an index card, and they're trying to cut it to get through. So I'm going to give them a few minutes to see if they can figure it out. And you can either show it live, go ahead and do the answer for them, or show the video, which will be linked there. I'm still waiting on it to upload from WeVideo, but it will be there by the time I'm done. And then ask students why they think you asked them to do this activity. I love to talk about how scientists have to try again, and how they fail. And that formula WD-40, which most of them have heard of, it stands for water displacement 40. And that means that the guy, he failed 39 times before he was successful. So don't give up so easily in school. And then the last thing I'm doing this day is just showing my students how to get to my homepage and where they can find work. Help them download the student packet they want to use. If you're only going to have your kids use 100% packet, go ahead and just have them download that so that it is ready to go. If they choose to do the 90%, then, or if you choose to allow either, let the students pick which one they would like to do. The 90% just has more modeling, but it has basically the exact same assignments in it. So you can either put those links on My Connect, which I think I already have that on the homepage, but you could also simply just stick it into the chat box, those 2 links, and they can click on it right there. Homework for the first day is just to have their booklet ready to go. Some of them will choose to print them out and do a hard copy, and that's fine. But if they don't want to do a hard copy, then they go ahead and just have everything ready. And then for the girls, their homework is to bring a picture when they were really happy and be ready to share the story in 30 seconds. Just ask the students to have their booklets ready to go. We're going to start live on slide 1. So if you click over to slides, slide 1, here we are. It kind of tells you what you're going to be doing online. I like to kind of let the kids know up front of time, this is what we're going to be doing today. And then if you click back, it says that the next thing we're going to do is have the girls go ahead and share their stories. I try to tell them ahead of time I'd really like them to stay 30 seconds or less, so it's got to be something kind of quick. Go ahead and have the students submit their booklet they will be working on. The reason I like to have it submitted ahead of time is that way you can go access their booklet at any given time. If they're doing paper and pencil one, which I don't think too many kids will, but if they are, then you just have to kind of ask the students individually, maybe to send you a picture of a page if you're grading it, or you can even send them a Flipgrid and let them fill it in that way, or let them show you that way. But I like to have them submit it from the very beginning, that way I have it. So then I go over slides 1 through 21 from the slideshow, which is here. I went ahead and linked it throughout, that way you don't have to keep scrolling back up, and have them fill in the notes on page 2. So if you look at their booklet, page 1 is just the intro. Page 2, here are the notes. They're closed notes, and they follow along with the slideshow on those slide numbers. So then we move on to, this tells you right here what the notes cover. And then we turn to page 3 in their booklets, and we read through the directions for the research project. I like this research project because it brings culture into science. So they're picking a scientist from their cultural background to do a slideshow on. I give them a complete video showing them step by step how to do this assignment. So you're free to go ahead and watch that, or I'm just going to explain it real quickly right now. So ideally, they pick one from their cultural background, but if they pick a different culture, I don't make that big of a deal out of it. I push big time the plagiarism piece, making sure they understand that you cannot take something and put it on your slideshow without giving credit. And then I encourage them to use bullet points in their slideshow rather than sentences. Makes it look like a nicer slideshow, but it also helps with the plagiarism piece. This tells them slide by slide what should be on there. However, when you go click on the assignment, it kind of tells them on each slide what to do, because at the beginning of the year, you're just kind of spoon feeding them anyways. I like to go over this example. I've made an example. It's completely fake. It's like Billy Bob, Joe Willie, or somebody, and it kind of just walks them through each slide, showing them what it should look like. And then here's a rubric. You may want to change that if you like to have have yours look different, but this one is provided if you'd like to use it and go through it with them, help them to understand how to use a rubric. Many of them have never seen a rubric before. And here's the assignment. So when you click on it, it gives you a skeleton of the assignment that it's going to force a copy, that they would then go in and fill out on their scientist. A few reminders. And then remember, the last one on here always says, make sure you erase everything that's red, because you don't want them turning in stuff with all that. So I already kind of was showing somebody how to do this. So it's kind of already got a name on it, not a real name. So they would just go through here and fill in what they need to about their scientist, and then fill in their reference page. Again, the slideshow that's given to them here explains the whole copying and pasting the URL and giving credit. 6th grade, we haven't really required like correct documentation yet, but I do expect them at least to put a reference number on each slide and the URL with the matching reference number on the document page or on the works cited page. Then I have the other version here. This is the 90% version. That means they only get up to a 90 for it. There's a video that helps them through that one as well. This one has more modeling in it. It also has a link to some scientists with links that helps them research those scientists. So it is a little easier, especially for those who struggle with researching. And then they would turn their work in here. Okay. All right, so that is looking at these, looking at that. So then they go to offline. This day, all they've got to do is try to figure out who they want to research and then watch this 12-minute video. It kind of helps them to understand how to make a nice Google slideshow. And their homework is on slide 22. It's just basically come class ready to work on your slideshow. Know who you're going to be researching and why they're important. So then we're going to start day 3 by having them share who they picked, right? And I'm not going to go through every day because I think you can probably figure out kind of how this is all working. This is the pacing guide telling you kind of word by word what to do. When you go into the slideshow, it's scripted in here as well for them to follow through. And then if you look on the pacing guide, it also has slide numbers all the time to tell you, like, this day starts on slide 1, this day starts on slide 23, this day starts on slide 24, and everything follows the student packet. So a lot of times the links to their assignments are actually here in the packet. And the reason I did it that way was so our My Connect site or a Canvas site doesn't get overwhelmed with links. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.